Job chapter 2, verse 3. Is everybody there? Amen? Amen. And the Lord said to Satan, have you considered my servant Job? For there is no one like him on the earth, a blameless and upright man, fearing God and turning away from what? From evil. And he still holds fast to his what? Integrity. Although you incited me against him to ruin him without cause. See, integrity is not something you and I can brag about. It's not something I can say, well, brother, such and such. No, I had integrity. I would have returned that wallet. I would have returned that purse. Integrity is when God brags about you. See, I get the feeling that right here, God is having this conversation and he's bragging about Job. And say, you don't understand. That's my boy Job. Go take it from him. He'll still worship me. Because the devil said, he worships you because you give him everything. He has everything he wants. That's why he worships you. Take it away from him and watch. He will not worship you. See, God said, my boy Job was bragging about it. He's like, you will worship me. Try it. And as we know, he allowed to take some of his things. Actually, not some of his things. All of them. He took all of his things. Don't you know, brother and sister, that at times, when we're going through a tough time, we may question God. I love that special music. We may doubt him. We may question his faithfulness. But we may not realize that at that moment, at that time, God is bragging. God is bragging about you because you are faithful. The devil is coming at you with everything he's got. God is waiting on the other side, waiting for you and I to come through. He's saying, he's going to come through. She is going to come through for me. I know it. Be patient. God brags about us. But the interesting part about this is that, as we know, Job lost everything. Everything he had. Now, I want to take you to a part where we can hear Job talking about this. Let's go to Job chapter 27, verse 5. Job 27, verse 5. Now, this is Job speaking. Job 27, verse 5. He says, far be it from me that I should declare you right. Till I die, I will not put away what? My integrity from you. Till I die. We know that even his wife questioned. We know that his friends questioned. We know that because of that, he lost everything he had. Children, possessions, everything. And you know what? Not only that, it will attack his health. Maybe right now, brother and sister, you're struggling with the situation financially, marriage, but be careful. The devil can go as far as even attacking your health. But don't worry about it. God's got it under control. You are being proved and tested for something greater. He is preparing you for something greater that we cannot see at this moment. Now, what amazes me about Job is that even though everything around him shattered, everything was gone, he was still standing firm for God. Now, that's the kind of people that make us wonder about someone's church, about someone's faith. Makes us want to join the church. Maybe some of you guys here came to church because you saw that in somebody else. Because even though they had problems, you saw their faithfulness and you said, man, there's got to be something better to this. There's got to be something better to this life. There's hope. This man, this woman has hope. I know they have problems. I know they're not perfect, but there's something about them that has them going back to church. What is it? You want to know about it. Lost curiosity. Let's go to Job chapter 31, verse 6. Job 31, verse 6. Now this is Job speaking. He says, let him weigh me with accurate scales, And let God know what? My integrity. He said, God, I want you to know that I'm standing for you no matter what. I will stand for you no matter what. No matter what I lose, no matter what's left, I will stand for you. No, I think sometimes it is a little hard to be without joy. Sometimes it can get a little difficult to trust God. Why? Why is that? Well, I think partially we do live in a sinful world. We do live in a world full of insecurities, where we have to lock our cars, where we have to sign contracts because we don't trust maybe the other person won't finish paying. Where we have to do contracts, lock our doors in a world full of insecurity, where people let us down. Fathers let us down, mothers let us down, our family let us down, companies let us down. And sometimes we grow up that maybe there is no hope. We used to people letting us down, and why would God be the exception? It's so ingrained in our mind that we sometimes think, you know, God, it's useless. I've tried and I've tried, but it's not getting me anywhere. You know, I was about 15 years old. I grew up in Kansas City, Kansas. I'm the oldest of 6. 3 boys, 3 girls. I love being the oldest, so I was talking to somebody the other day, actually, you get to boss the other ones around, so I love it. But anyways, after me, it was my sister, Sandra, and I had another sister named San Juan. Now, San Juan was born with cerebral palsy. Those of you here who don't know what cerebral palsy is, it's something, there's some different cases of it. Sometimes you can be born, it's where your brain doesn't develop as normal as a natural baby does. You know, when a baby's born, after a few months, after a few weeks, you know, they start growing teeth, they start eating more solid food. Little by little, they start taking steps, they start crawling, they start walking. And the baby is little by little growing. But we see with cerebral palsy, there's different cases, of course, but your brain does not develop the same as a normal baby. And sometimes you are confined to these days. It could be a body of a 30, 40-year-old, but it's still a baby. Somebody you have to feed constantly. Somebody you have to give water to constantly. Or you have to be there by their side 24 hours. And that was the case of my little sister. And we grew up in Mexico. And I remember being little, we used to travel to the cities. We used to go to, I was only 8, 9 years old, but I remember seeing my mom carrying her. My father was over here working in the U.S., and I remember going from doctor to doctor. I remember they told my mother, they said, you know what? Your daughter may not live past the age of 9, past the age of 13. And at that time, we were not adamant, so they tried all these different things. They would go see different people, different places. They tried all these kinds of methods. I remember we used to go to a place to get this water that was supposed to heal her. We went to this other place where if you put this mud on her body, this was supposed to help her get better. They tried all these different things. We came to the yes, we became Adventists. When I was 15, I went, for spring break, I went with my aunts and uncles to Denver, Colorado for a vacation. And it was a Thursday night. Somebody was sleeping, it was 4 or 5 in the morning. Somebody came and knocked my door, woke me up. I'm not a morning person, so of course I was like, what's going on? They said, we have to go back to Kansas City. Your little sister is sick. And at that moment, I felt something inside of me that wasn't right. Something was tugging at me. Something that was like squeezing in my heart. Maybe some of you guys know what I'm talking about when you hear some news like that, and you know it's a little bit more than that person just being in not good health at the moment. I knew something else was going on. Of course, maybe at the moment it didn't come. We gathered our stuff. It was 8 or 9 hours from Denver, Colorado, Kansas City. And the whole drive, I realized more than just my cousins were coming with us, my aunts and uncles were going with us. The whole family was coming. So the more again, it reinforced that not feeling I had in my dad.